How to create an e-commerce website with Wix? Let's begin. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is David, so yeah, let's create an e-commerce website with Wix. Wix is one of the most popular website builders in the world, and they want to be your all-in-one solution for any type of website. Whether or not you want to create an e-commerce website, a blog, a niche website, some type of online portfolio, an About Me website, whatever, Wix has the tools to do it. So in this tutorial video, I'm going to walk you through step 1 to step done and how do you actually create an effective looking e-commerce website using Wix. We're going to begin by using a free account and then transition over to a paid account. So if you're ready to get started, click the link in the description to open up Wix in a new tab, and let's begin. Welcome to my laptop. Let's begin. So I'm going to show you how to make this website with WIX Ecommerce. The first part of the tutorial is going to show you how the Wix website builder works, so you can kind of jump into any template and adjust and edit to your liking. And then we're going to be adjusting and editing a template to fit our needs so we have full control over our website. And then finally, we're going to actually upgrade our accounts. So we have a custom domain name and an SSL certificate. So let's get started. All right, so let's get started. When you click the link in the description, you're going to be landing on this page right here. It's a very beautiful, well-designed landing page. Just click any of these blue buttons that say start now, and then you're going to be prompted to create an account. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you log in, you're going to be looking at a page that looks similar to this. Here you can kind of select the kind of website that you want to make. We're creating an online store, so I definitely recommend clicking the button that says online store because it's just going to add a bunch of essential things to our website that an online store specifically needs, like user accounts, like a shopping cart, a checkout process. All that stuff is going to just be automatically added by using the online store option. Okay, so here we have two different options. We have the ADI, which you can create a website for you, or you can create a website with the editor. ADI is okay, so this is like artificial intelligence, just gonna ask you a bunch of questions and kind of help you select the pages and style that you want. But this is a tutorial video, so we're going to create a website with the editor. Let's edit a template. All right, so for e-commerce, I absolutely suggest picking a template and editing a template because Wix has just put a lot of effort into making some really impressive, professionally designed templates, up to 10 different pages. Up top here, you can select the different type of store you're creating, whether it's jewelry, arts and crafts, fashion, beauty and wellness. Like, it's really helpful. Now, the first part of this tutorial video, I'm going to be using a blank template because I want to just instruct you on how to specifically use the Wix editor. Because once you understand how to use the Wix editor, then it makes jumping into a template really easy because you understand how everything's working. Whereas if you just jump into a template right now, it may be a little bit overwhelming. So anyways, go here, click on blank templates, and then we're going to be starting from scratch. Go ahead and click on edit. Okay, and we are good to go. So right up top there, we have the login bar for people who want to create an account for our online stores so they can have like a wish list and their own personal page and their personal account, etc. And we also have this little shopping cart icon. So when people add products to the cart, it automatically gets added here. This is why it was important to select online store. So let's get to designing our website. Okay, so let's get to work designing our website. So we're going to begin by designing the header section of our website first. Then I'm going to move into the body and show you how to add elements that are essential for an online store, like your products, etc. So let's get started. So with Wix, your best friend with Wix is this plus sign right over here. This is where you can add in specific things to your website. So you can familiarize yourself with this on your own time, like button, gallery, decorative, interactive, etc. But the thing I want to do is go up here to strip, go to classic, and I'm going to add in this black box right there. Now, don't worry if you're like, well, I don't like black, David. I want to change it. Well, you can come here, change strip, then click here to change the color if you really want to change the color. Okay, you have full control with Wix. Now, what I'm going to be using this section for actually is to have a nice little call to action for the website. So let me just click this, move it up top there. See how it says attach the header? Leave it. There we go. So now this is permanently attached to the header. And so we write down there, it's show on all pages. We absolutely want to have that show on all pages. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the plus sign. Let's go to text. And then, nope, I want text. There we go. And paragraph text. And now I want a call to action. So something logical. So like free shipping on orders over, oops, hold on a second, over, there we go. Free shipping on orders over $50. That's fine. All right, so we got that. And then let's take that and we'll drag that up top right there. Add to strip. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now we want to just click it again. And obviously we want to change that color to something that we can actually see. We'll make it white. And there we go. Okay, so now that's going to sit pretty at the top of the website. Now we can take that, kind of move that over there, move this over there. Now you can totally move these elements over here. It's totally fine. You don't need to be restrictive to this section right there, okay? It just helps you like frame the site, okay? Now the next thing I want to do is let's add in a logo and then maybe like a search bar. So to add in a logo is pretty simple with Wix. So again, you go to the plus sign and then you go to image, okay? Then up my own image uploads. There we go. All right, click on that there, okay? And so upload media, and then let's upload from a computer, and I'm going to select a logo that I made already. So you can make a logo on your own time. There's other tutorial videos on how to do that, but I'll leave it like this. And let's go ahead and click on add to page. There we go. So I have a nice transparent logo. I'll drag and drop that up top there. See how it says see how there's a purple line? That's how you know it's kind of in line with these elements over here. So just make sure everything kind of balances out. I'm gonna like minimize that logo just a little bit so it's a little bit more crisp and sharp. Yeah, look at that, it looks so good. Okay, that's literally it to add a logo. So you have full, like I really like Wix because it's like an unstructured editor where you can kind of just move things around as you want. All right, so let's go ahead and change the header design of this too. So right now it's white, so we can go here and click on customize design. So you can change the design of the header to something else. You can also play around with like specific colors as well. Totally up to you. I'll leave it like that for now. I'm actually going to make this a little bit transparent, I think. But anyways, let's add in a search function. So for example, if we click on add and you're like, okay, search function. How do I add a search function? I don't see anything. Well, don't forget, you can always use the Wix search function to find what you need. So I'll just type in search, like literally search, and what comes up. All right, so we have apps for our site. We have Wix search, powerful search, a powerful search for your website. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the Wix search, click on open. And what this is going to do is add this to our site. I'll go ahead and click on add, and adding Wix search to our website. Literally that simple. Okay, so now it's showing me the Wix search result page. You're like, whoa, 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 what happened to our website? This is the search result page. Okay, so now you have a search results page, so you can edit this as you want. Personally, I like the way this looks. It doesn't really need that much to adjust. It's like, you know, people who type something in here, this is the page you're going to be on. You know, you can have relevant products. You can have relevant articles like blog posts that you want. I personally would just leave this as is. It looks really nice. So let's go back here, click on pages, click on home. Then we're going to be back on our home page. All right, so now click on the search function right there. And you have design options right here. And so here you can kind of just jump in. And if you really want to change the design to something else that you don't really like the way that that's laid out, totally fine. You could do that over here and just adjust to your liking. You can also customize the specific design, fill in the color, opacity, all the little details that you want, okay? And it's really that simple, okay? So you're not stuck with any one specific style of design. And so that's something that's really nice about Wix. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is, again, I want to add in like a menu. So I'm going to add in another menu right there. So again, I think you guys should kind of understand like the process I'm going to follow. So again, click on plus, go to strip, go to like black or whatever you want, or white, really doesn't matter. I'll click on black, okay? Now, I want this strip to show on all pages because this is where our menu is going to be. So I'm going to make sure that click that and have this show on all pages. Strip background, we'll change the color. I'll just make this white for now. Okay, we'll X out of that. Okay, so now we have a little strip right here. And now next I want to go ahead and add in a menu. Boom. So when your menu right here, menu, there we go. Okay, so now you can kind of self-select the menu that you want. You can only have one menu on your website. We can have two menus, but for this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add in one specific menu to not overwhelm things.
So anyways, let's go here to my menus, theme menus. Just pick whichever one you think looks nice, that kind of fits with your site. You can always adjust things as you want. Okay, so now I have these two pages right there. I'm gonna drag and drop that into the spot. So we have attached to strip. Yep, attached to strip, and I think that looks nice. Okay, so again, you can just adjust things as you want. So it's like, we can make that a little bit closer together, a little bit farther apart, whatever, okay? And so that's really it. So we have like a little call to action at the top, logo, search box, the store functions of user accounts in the shopping cart. And now we've just added a menu. So let's create a nice big call to action right in the center of the website. Let's go ahead and add a big, gorgeous image to our website. So first things first, just click anywhere within the white space and then click on the change page background. Really that simple. Now you can either just self-select one of Wix's own images or you can upload your own image. So obviously I suggest uploading your own image because it's your store, so you want something relevant to like what your website is about. And so let me go ahead and click on image and then go ahead and click on the upload media, drag and drop into place from your desktop or wherever the image is on your computer. And that's it. You can also get images from other spots too if you want to host it somewhere else. So if it's on like Google Photos or Instagram, whatever, you can do that too. Wix gives you a lot of options and flexibility, but I uploaded it directly to my account with Wix. Okay, and so I got this specific image from this website called unsplash.com. Unsplash is great, but just one thing to keep note of is that these images are massive. They're like 5,000 by 5,000 pixels, are huge. You are going to want to resize it down to something like 2,000 by 2,000, 1,500 by 1,500, whatever, just so your website loads more quickly. You don't need a big, massive image. So anyways, change background. Boom, there you go, looks fantastic. And so now we have a nice hero image in the back that we can add text over and have a nice call to action with a button. You can do that whole thing. And you can also go ahead and like adjust other things up top there to kind of blend into your site a little bit better. So for example, like maybe you want to play around with the header and we want to go to design, for example, and then customize the design, fill color and opacity. You could adjust this, like make it like kind of cool. And you can have a lot of flexibility with your website. So we could do that. And then we go to the strip and we'll go to change background stripped. And then we go to settings and opacity, kind of like blend it in, kind of match it. There we go. So you could go ahead and do fun things like this. Totally up to you, it's your website, but just giving you again ideas about how to design and adjust things. So obviously the menu we're gonna have to change as well. Go to design, customize design, opacity, we'll bring that all the way down to 0 so it matches the background, whatever. So there we go. Okay, so looks fine to me, but I'm just trying to educate you on how everything kind of works. Now with an e-commerce store, you definitely need a call to action right here. So let me go ahead and click on the plus sign. Let me go ahead and add in text. You want to make sure it's the H1 title tag. This is the title tag for the homepage. So go ahead and add that in and then create a compelling call to action. A good call to action goes a step deeper and kind of instructs people what the end benefit of the website is. For example, like if you're an accountant, don't say, corporate tax accountant for professionals. Like that's very boring. Like be like, I can help you save 67% on your taxes. Oh, okay, that's a little bit more tangible. So, the call to action here, I'll just write call to action. Make sure to think of something that is a little bit more focused on the end benefit. All right, so now obviously this is going to need a bit of work, just piece of text right here. So let's go ahead and edit the text, okay? And so you have a bunch of different options. You can change the call to action, make it really big if you want. We can change the color, the highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this white. I just like the way that looks. It just looks nice to me. And that's it, okay? So your website, you can totally adjust things as you want. You go here, you can kind of like tilt it like that if you want, like whatever, and have it be a little bit fun. Totally up to you. Now, the next thing that you wanna do is go ahead and add in a button. So plus sign, button, and then select the button of your choosing. Okay, so now just drag the button into place wherever you think works, and that's it. So you're gonna need to change the text and the icon and all that stuff. So obviously shop now, something like that would be appropriate wherever you're trying to direct people to. And what does this button link to? So we click on add a link. Now you have a different option. So I'm going to click on page and I'm going to select the shop page. Okay, so this is the broad shop page for the website. Then click on done, click on X, and there you go. Okay, so that's a really basic layout. So you have your call to action right there, your buy button there to get people on the specific shop page, which is right there. Again, you could adjust this to link to whatever you want, about me page. Maybe you have some type of buying guide, totally up to you. But that's kind of how you set things up with regards to the header and this hero image and call to action. Let's go ahead and add a welcome message to our website. So I personally like adding in welcome messages to any type of website, even e-commerce websites, blogs, whatever. It's really nice and effective on the homepage because you can get into a little bit more detail about what the website is about, link to your about page, just have a little bit more of a personal touch, because right here, the call to action should again tell people what the value they're going to get from your site, then go into a little bit more detail. Now, I'm not saying write a 1,000-word essay, but just a little bit more detail. Now with Wix, it's so easy. So go to your best friend, the plus sign, click on plus, strip, then we want to go to about. Then right here, you can just select on any one of these that fits your website. So I'll click on the first one actually, and there you go. It's literally that simple. So just pay attention to the overall design of the site, kind of make sure everything kind of looks good. Let's give a little bit more padding beneath the shop now button so it's not so crammed together. And there you go. Okay, so now the way it's laid out is a 2-column design. So you can go here to manage columns and you can go ahead and add in additional columns. You can click on the add column button and it's going to keep adding columns. So you can add in 2, 3, 4. That's okay. 4 columns is max I would add. But personally, I would just kind of leave it 2. I think this looks really nice. So let me go ahead and click on this. I'll click on change background color. So again, you can just adjust this as you want. So maybe I want this to be more of a custom color. We'll make this a little bit more on the blue side. Yeah, that looks great. Whoop. Custom color. Yeah, there we go. Don't forget to click the add button. There we go. There we are. Okay, so now we have about us. Okay, I would literally just write a quick little paragraph that goes into a little bit more detail about what your brand is about. Since 2010, we've been supplying whatever or doing this thing or whatever. That's what I would kind of add here. And then have this button right here, link to your about page, link to a buying guide, whatever is useful for your website over here. Okay, so we can go here to change column background. We can, again, same process as before. You can make it a color. You can change it to your own image. You can select an image down there. You can go to video if you want. And so, I'll just type in camera. Let's see what comes up. All right, so that looks good. I'll select that, change background. Yeah, that looks great actually. So I really like the way that this is coming out. So that's really nice and effective. So that's really it. So, you don't have to add in this section, but if you're curious about how you do this with Wix, how you add in multiple columns, so you can have multiple boxes like this with buttons, however you want to lay it out, that's how you can do it. Okay, you can add the plus sign and strip, adjust the images, etc. So anyways, let's get to work adding products to our website. Let's go ahead and add some products to our website. So now we need to add in an additional section where we can start adding in stuff. So to do that, again, simple, plus sign, there we go. Go to strip, go to classic, go to white. Boom, there we are. So now we have a nice blank slate to add things to. Now, in general, what I suggest for an e-commerce store is kind of make the homepage a visual menu. So you're going to have a shop, you're going to have different product categories. So what you could do is maybe have a column layout like this, where you have a box there, box there, box there, link to your specific categories. You could show off your best sellers. You could show off your different product categories and maybe have 3 or 4 items with that, or your best sellers within a product category. Whatever, it's totally up to you. So anyways, I just want to show you how Wix works within the product category section. So again, go back to plus. Okay, so now we want to navigate down to where it says store. And now right over here, we have different gallery layouts. We have slider, related products, etc. The one that we're going to be using is the grid product gallery. Okay, and so right here, we have the grid product gallery. Go ahead and click this. And what it's going to do is it's going to automatically generate a bunch of products that are already within your store. These are just demo content, so you can kind of edit and adjust your website. Now this is a little ridiculous. Like look at how long that is. It's way too long. In general, what I would suggest is doing like either 4 items or 8 items. And that's it, okay? You don't need to overdo it. So let's go ahead and adjust it. So change strip background. Oh, sorry, not that one. Let's go ahead into, click that. There we go. click on the item. Then we want to navigate to settings. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and click on layout right over here and then scroll down, and right down here we can kind of adjust things. So how many rows do we want? I say 2 is okay. Okay, we don't need a bazillion rows like that has it laid out. There we go. All right, so now we have the collection up top there. Okay, so right now the collection that we have is all products. So right now it's just gonna by default display all products on the site. And so that's kind of like the layout we got going on. Let me go back here to layout. There we go. Okay, so let me back out of this. Let me click the background, stretch this out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we have our products displaying right there. Looks good. The one thing that you're gonna want to add though too is add in some type of title right there. So again, click on the plus sign, go to text, go to titles, whatever you want, title right down there, or theme text, up to you. I'm gonna add in header 2 because we already have a header 1. So I'm gonna change this, and I'm gonna maybe say like best sellers, something like that. You could change it to, I'll just keep it like that actually. Best sellers, there we go, boom. All right, so that's helpful because you wanna give each title or each section a title, so when people are scrolling the website, kind of jumps out at them, they know what they're looking at, they understand what this section's going on. Really helps break everything up, okay? And so as you continue building out the site and you continue on, let me stretch this out a little bit more. There we go. So for example, if I want to add in another section, so it's like I can come down here and again, follow the same process. So we'll just keep stretching this out, and then I'll click on the plus sign. We'll go to store. Then I'll click on the product grid gallery. Yes, you got to click on this one, and yes, you got to follow the same exact process and readjust everything. You know, it's just, I know it's a little clunky, but this is just how it works. So go ahead and click on settings, and let's again click on the layout right there, and let me reduce the rows to 1. So there we go. Just make that a little bit shorter. There we go. Okay. And so kind of like I would have that kind of as a layout. So we have the best sellers there. Then click on the plus sign. We'll move that down a little bit. Again, give it its own section. So text again, theme text, H2. So like whatever the category is. So like product category. That's literally what this should be right here. Product category. There we go. All right. So make sure to stretch it out. So there we go. So everything fits appropriately. Kind of adjust it in right there. There we go. Okay. And so that's kind of looking nice. A nice little visual layout. Kind of makes it easy for people to kind of understand the website. We'll move that up top there. And there we go. Okay, so that's a real basic classic layout. Okay, so how does this product section actually work with Wix? It's pretty simple actually. So you can add images, and then you can add a little ribbon to images if you like, then a product description. I would recommend not overdoing the ribbons because then it loses its effect. You know, like this pops because it's just one right here. But if they all had that, it would be a little tacky looking. So just use it sparingly. Anyways, just click the element that you want to edit and then click on Manage Products. There you go. Literally that simple. Now a light box pops up, and this is where we can start adding in our specific products, okay? So right here, products, inventory, and collections. Collections functionally works as categories for online stores, and it allows you just to manage your products into separate categories. So it's easier for users to navigate. Then with the collections, you have a dedicated page that's only about a specific product. If that makes any sense? So instead of like you have your shop page, your collections is like a subcategory, etc. So anyways, to add a new product, really easy. Click on new product, and then you can add in a digital file or a physical product. So let's go ahead and add in a digital file. All right, so what type of digital product you want to sell? So I'm going to say I want to sell a, we'll just say product, ebook. There we go. Okay, and so I want to sell an ebook, and then I'm going to click. So obviously you should give it a proper title, like the name of the ebook, not just call it ebook. Upload file. here is where you can upload the item that you want. So it can be images, audio, documents, like you can have a whole combination of things. It doesn't have to be one thing, okay? So maybe you have like some type of like package where you have like a bunch of ebooks and audio files and images, put them all together, you know, videos, whatever you want, put it all together, etc. So I'm just gonna use document, really simple. Let's pretend that like I'm a blogger and you know I want to upload some type of ebook. I want to have my blog, I want my online store where I sell my ebooks. So just click on the PDF that you want to adjust. There you go. And then it's going to upload right there. Really easy. Now over here, you have your tags. So you can add tags if you want so people can find it on your site more easily when they use the search function, for example. File info, right there, just a bunch of specific things. Then actions over right there. Add to my boards. We come here so we can rename the product. You know, just all the little details. So anyways, let's click on the product and then add to product. There we go. And we're good to go. So I went ahead and created a new collection. So I'm just going to call this the demo collection. Then product info, so ebook, ribbon, you know, give it a like ribbon goes here. We'll just call it the ribbon. Price your product, and then description goes here. Description goes here. There we go. Now you can create a coupon for this product over there. You can send an email campaign, share a product, edit the SEO settings, which I definitely recommend you do. Before you promote this product, you have to save it. So, you know, just continue on right down there, images and video. With a digital product, you definitely want to add in an image. So I went ahead and uploaded this image right here. Okay. And so that's it. So this image is going to be associated with this ebook. So it's displayed on the store. People are going to see this specific image. If that makes any sense? So you need to add an image because you don't want it to be blank. Then when it's on the product page, people are going to see this as well. And so with an ebook, what I would do is I take screen captures and upload multiple images so people can kind of see like what's inside the ebook, whatever. And then that's it, okay? And so go ahead and click on save. Okay, so now we've successfully added in a digital product. So when anyone buys this product, it automatically gets sent to them. So what they get through Wix is that they'll get an email, and then in the email, there'll be like a download link. So you get access to this once you upgrade your account. So right now we're still in the free account, so we don't have access to that yet. So we'll get to that later. But that's it. It's literally that simple. So next, let's go ahead and add in a physical product. Okay, let me go ahead and click on physical. There we go. Okay, so now these videos and images are going to be on the product page, and they're going to be displayed on the site as well. So I'll just say product. Okay, well actually let's call this physical. I'm so clever. Physical product. There we go. And then go ahead, same process, add images. So I'm going to add in this. Let's pretend that I'm selling this camera with this massive lens. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'll just add this to the demo collection to help separate everything. And again, same process. Okay, so again, price the product as you need to. Again, description goes here, and then the fulfillment. Okay, so again, we don't have access to this because we're on the free account, but you have to set up fulfillment on your own. So whether or not you have some type of like warehouse where you have everything set up, or you're using Amazon FBA. If you are using Amazon FBA with Wix, it can only work for US based stores. You can't use Amazon FBA for like .co.uk, etc. But there's lots of like fulfillment options out there. Fulfillment, what's that? Fulfillment center. I don't know. Let's take a look. I can't spell. So fulfillment center, there we go. So we have like Next, Markship, we have a bunch of these ads over there. So you can come here and find lots of distribution centers that you could take advantage of if your store is successful and you start, actually making a lot of sales and you just want to kind of automate that. That's really it, okay? Then we have custom tags, additional information. We can add in additional sections. So like, for example, perfect, tech specs. Okay, tech specs. Okay. And then description, there we go. Click OK. Okay, there we go. Then product options, inventory and shipping. So again, track inventory, in stock, out of stock, SKU. I mean, that's going to be all based on your fulfillment provider that you use to kind of manage everything. And that's it. You can also create a subscription if you want. So if you're creating some type of recurring offer, like a box or that people get continually, whatever. So we'll just keep it simple for now, and we're gonna go ahead and click on save. And that's it. Okay, so now we have 2 products. Okay, and so let me just back out of this. Okay, so now we've gone ahead and added in 2 collections, 2 new items to a specific collection. So that's what's helpful about this, okay? Because again, like what if I want to have those displayed? So I can click on this, then I can go into settings, and then when I go to collection, I only want to display this specific collection. And so that's why it's really helpful, because like if you have like cameras, only show cameras, tripods, only show tripods. That's why you want to manage collections, because then you can make a nice visual menu for your website where your best sellers are right here, and then a subcategory can be right here, then another subcategory, and then that's it. That's kind of like how I would approach this, make it a nice visual menu so people can kind of navigate the site, learn what the brand is, and kind of jump in very easily. So let's continue on with editing the footer. Now let's go ahead and adjust the footer. So this bottom section right here is the footer. Now what should go in the footer? Very simple things like your privacy policy, terms of use, shipping and returns, address of your store, additional info, copyright for the website. All that stuff belongs in the footer. So let's go ahead and change the footer design. So again, just click the footer. This will pop up where it says change footer design. Okay, and so now you can kind of select which item that you want. Pick the one that makes that you think looks nice. I think that looks. I think I'll click on. Yeah, that looks good actually. Actually, I like this one. There we go. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Now don't worry about this little section at the bottom there. It's not going to appear when people are actually on the website. Now it's time to add in like links and text. Again, super duper simple. Plus, then again, text. And that's it. Like literally just text, and go ahead and add in text. Like it's literally that simple. And so right here, we can go here and then see, click on it, says move to footer. Click on move to footer. There we go. Now put this at the bottom right there, and we can back out of this, and I can just type this like copyright. Okay, copyright date, and then put the date there. There you go. You could do something as simple as that. Okay, I can click on plus, and then I can come over here. Now, again, don't forget you have these accesses to titles over there if you want to make something a little bit more fun and interesting looking. I'm just going to keep everything simple, but it's totally up to you. So let me go ahead and add in heading 3. I'll move this right there, move the footer, boom. Okay, and so I can change this. I could call this something like the address, add address, okay? And so that could be the address of our website, and then again, plus paragraph, move it down, move the footer, move it underneath, give this some breathing room, stretch it out a little bit as you need to, stretch it out. It's like, not complicated. It's very intuitive. Once you get the hang of Wix, it's not that hard. So there we go. So here you could adjust this and make this an address. All right, so now let's go ahead and like add in, say, site info, for example. So let's go ahead and add plus, and then again, follow the same process, text, heading, there we go, move to footer, there we go. Call this like sites info. You can call it whatever you want. It's your website, but I'm just showing you like the idea about how to structure this. Plus, then again, paragraph, move down, move the footer, move it down. Okay, and so now you can click on edit text. You can make this like bullet points, for example, like that. And so what I would do is like maybe shipping, returns, there we go. That sort of thing, privacy. And there we go. It's literally that simple. Now for this, obviously these are just words. So you got to highlight it. Then you got to click on the text link right there. Then actually go to page, and then, make it, have it linked to a specific page. Okay, right here. So sometimes you're going to be like, well, I don't have a privacy policy or a shipping page. Well, you got to make one. Okay. And so to like make a page within Wix is easy. So again, click up top there. You go to manage pages right there. Then over here, you come down here to add page. And then it's going to pop up with a bunch of different designs that you can take advantage of. And so I can click on this, for example, or whatever you want. Just edit one of these and make it into a privacy policy shipping page. It doesn't need to be fancy. Like it's your shipping page. It's your privacy policy page. It doesn't have to be this big, complicated design. Once you're ready, let me X out of that. Once you're ready and you publish that page, then you can come here, then you can click on the link, then you can click on page, then you can just click this drop down and select your privacy policy that you just created. If that makes any sense, it's literally that simple. And that's kind of like how I would approach the footer. Okay, so you like address, site info, maybe some like, social media links. How do you do that? Again, the plus sign, social media links. There you go. So, I don't know. We could just add in social bar. Okay, how about this one right there? There we go. Okay. Move the footer. There we go. And then it's like, okay, so layout, we have animation, social links, there we go. And so again, you're gonna have to play around with this and be like, okay, well, this doesn't really look that good because it's this gray color, so it doesn't really match. So again, go back here. Oh, let me select the black one. Okay, let me come here, move the footer, put that right there. And then there you go. Okay, it's really that simple. We could put the social media links right there or there, whatever it is you want to do. And that's kind of like how I would approach adjusting the footer. All right, so email marketing is pretty important for an e-commerce website. Now, it's not essential if you're just starting your store, but it is something that you want to maybe consider adding at some point. So to do that is pretty easy with Wix. Again, go to add, again, go to strip, again, go to add in a new section, okay? Now we have a nice little section right there that we can kind of adjust as we want. So for example, I can change the strip background, I can change this to an image, and then, we'll just select camera, okay, whatever, something like that. Okay, and then I'll select this picture of this lens, change background. Okay, now we have a nice little image at the bottom there. Okay, so now we have a little bit of space, and now we can add in a form. Now, when we click on the add section right there, I know you want to click on like contact and forms, but I don't recommend that. I recommend using something like ConvertKit, a proper email list provider, instead of using like the email list provider that's like integrated with Wix. So anyways, you have to go to embed right here. And then once you have embed a widget. Use HTML code to embed widgets. Okay, click on the plus sign. Okay, and so now I can enter the code. So the only thing I need is the actual code. So let's go here, and within whatever email list provider you choose to use, MailChimp, ConvertKit, Aweber, whatever, go ahead and just get the HTML that you need for the form. So I'm gonna go here and select the form. We'll just say I want the inline right there. Okay, we'll click on the very basic one, Claire. Okay, so I'll click on embed. There we go. Now we want HTML, okay? This is what we want. We want to copy and then take this whole thing, right? Like really, this entire thing, paste it, update, and there we go. Okay, so let me X out of this. So let's stretch this out just a bit so it's a little bit more readable. There we go. Okay, and it looks good, okay? So, there we go. Not perfect, but looks, actually, no, that does look really nice. So nobody's going to subscribe to your email list unless you have a clear call to action for like why they should do that. So again, you're going to want to follow the same process again. So again, text, like H2, like we'll get a 10% coupon code, whatever, okay? Just give people a reason why they would want to subscribe. And so we'll click on change the color, change that to white. Take out, see how that looks right there. Okay, hold on, it didn't work. There we go. Wait a second. Here we go. Wix can be a little clunky sometimes. There we go. Much better. Okay, so let me go ahead and maybe bold that. And let's increase the font size so it's a little bit nope, not too big. All right, there we go. Okay. And so take that right there. And we'll move that down right there. And this looks good, okay? Again, I got maybe covered the 24 millimeter. And there you go, okay? So something simple like that is like what you can do. And then you have create a compelling reason why people would subscribe. This bottom section is a really effective spot for collecting emails. So if you're wondering like where should the email opt-in form go on an e-commerce site, definitely would throw it in the bottom right here. If it's really important to you, give it its own dedicated section like this. If it's not important, then yeah, put the email list opt-in form like over here in the footer, kind of a throwaway spot, etc. But anyways, that's how you add in like an email opt-in form to your e-commerce website. All right, so now it's time to edit our product pages and our broad shop page. So again, just come up top here to the drop down and make sure to click on shop, cart page, product page, etc. and just take a look at it. Make sure everything looks okay and looks appropriate as you want. So for example, like this is clipping the menu. So no, let's move that down. What I personally would suggest doing is like you can move this way down there. Then you can add in another image right here if you want. Again, follow the same process, add in a nice big hero image. You can do that and then have text there or not. You know, it's up to you. We can go here and just come here, H1, give it a title, and then it's like just call this the shop, whatever you want to do. So just call this the shop. There we go. So make sure to always give like your product page a specific title like that at a minimum, okay? So you can get as fancy or as simple as you want. And just make sure everything kind of looks good and is working as appropriate. So again, we don't have that many products, so we don't really need any like type of like fancy filter. Now for the menu bar, I would definitely consider getting rid of the homepage link, because like people can click the logo to navigate back home. So what we want to do is we want to click here, then we want to click on the link, then make sure to link to your specific homepage, okay? So link to which page? Link to the homepage, okay? Now, we don't need 2 links to the homepage. So again, click the menu. Then we go here to manage the menu. Then I want to go to site menu right there, home, click this, and then click on hide. There we go. All right, so now we're back over here. We move the shop over there. So let's go back and let's go to the shop page where we were. All right. There we go. Okay, so that's looking good. So obviously it only has one menu item, but you're going to want to add in like about, contact, shop, you know, just stuff like that is what you're going to want. Or you could go ahead and add in like maybe a specific separate category. So like if you have a camera store, cameras, tripods, like or cameras, lenses, accessories, things that make sense. And then a link to the specific category page. So if you're like, well, how do I know like what the link is for this page? Easy. You go up here to menus and pages right there. Then we go here to shop. Then we go here to the bullets right there. Then the settings. Okay. So you go here to the settings. Now we have our layouts right here, permission, Google SEO right there. And so right here is where our URL is. And then we can kind of jump in here and we can kind of edit the URL as we want. So what's the last part of URL? So obviously we're using a free site. So it's like WIX sites, my site. Obviously, when you set your own custom URL, you're going to be able to adjust the URL right here. And I definitely suggest doing that. And so once you have the URL, it's as simple as just adding a menu item and then just linking to that page. Literally that simple. So click that. And then, for example, manage menu. And then site menu. Add page. And then once the page loads up, oh, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, like add page or site menu. We can add in a different link. So add in a link right there. And then this is what you want to do. Add in a link. And then you can have a web address and then copy and paste in the specific category page or the collection page for that specific product. Okay. That's really it. So that's kind of like how I would approach this. You could also create a drop down as well with the menu. So to do that, again, it's very simple. Like you could just drag and drop things over. So if I go to site menu and for example, let me go to site menu. There we go. All right, let me show this. There we go. And so to make a submenu, you just drag and drop it over. And now this shop page is a drop down underneath the home link. And so you can, again, just jump in, add a bunch of links to other your specific category pages, then just make it all a drop down of the shop page if you want to go that route. Okay, and so that's kind of like how I would lay this specific page out. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the specific product page. Okay, so we go here. Okay, so this is what our product page is going to look like. So we have the physical product name, we have the price, quantity, add to cart, the text specs, description goes there. So just fill this out as appropriate. So the only thing personally that's kind of missing from this page is to add in like related products. So again, we go to add, and then we go to shop or store. There we go. And then related products, boom. Then go ahead, just add in related products. It's literally that simple. All right, so related products have been added. So we'll just move that down, give it its own section. There we go. So again, it's really that simple. You can get more complicated if you want, but at a minimum, that's what I would do. So have a nice text, nice description, nice text specs right here, kind of bullet pointed out, and that's it. So I definitely would consider changing this right there. So let's go to settings, and we have the social media links. So let's go to layout, come down here. Okay, so wait, settings, there we go. Okay, so display social icons. In general, I'm not a big fan of displaying social icons on an e-commerce store because I want people to click the add to cart button, not be distracted with this. But if you want to have social links, the ones I would add are, let me get rid of that, Facebook and Pinterest. So people can share it on Facebook, people can pin it to their pin boards if you want. In general, I would kind of just turn that off. Totally your call. I mean, the way it works, test it out. Do people actually use it? If people actually use it, then keep it. If people don't use it, then get rid of it. It's literally that simple. And that's kind of like how I'd adjust the product page right here. And so that's it, okay? And so it's literally that simple. So just make sure to kind of jump into your product page, your shop, just take a look, make sure everything's in the right spot. Definitely for the product page, I definitely would add in related products like this, and you are good to go. Editing a template. So by now you should have a good understanding about how the Wix editor works, and you can jump into any of these templates and edit it to your liking. And personally, I do strongly recommend that you use one of these templates because Wix has put a lot of work into these templates. They all look really good. They're all professionally designed. Now you can just edit it to your liking with ease. And there's tons of different options like fashion and clothing. We have jewelry and accessory, sports and outdoors, beauty and wellness, like just something for all different types of websites. So let's go back to all, and right here, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this one really quick. So let's go ahead and click edit. All right, so the website has loaded. It looks wonderful. And so let's jump in and start editing this template to our liking. Okay, so let's get to work editing this template. So I'm going to edit the homepage first. So let's go ahead and change this hero image to something else because we're not starting a plant store. So we're going to be creating like a camera website. So for example, again, all you have to do is click the image and then this pops up where it says change background. Then here you just click on image, and again, just like before, you already know how to do this, so you can just go here, upload your own media, upload from computer. Let's go ahead and pick that image that I was using before. Okay, so now it's currently loading. There we go. So again, with Wix, you have this action section over there, so you can click on adjust if you want to add in any type of like overlay or change the brightness, contrast. Now, why would you want to do that? So let's go to my course website. So this image right here is actually a black and white image, but I added a nice dark blue overlay so you could actually read the text. So that's why you'd want to do that here. So let's go ahead and click on save. There we go. And let's click on change background. And there we go. So that looks really good. So obviously you can just jump in here and adjust and change the text again, delete whatever you want, change any type of vector art. So where do you get the vector art from? Again, the plus is your best friend. And so you come over here, then you can just find any type of vector art over here. So you're like, well, I don't see anything. Okay, so for example, we come over here to like decorative, for example. And decorative is where you can have a bunch of different shapes, and you can find vector art right there, featured, icons, animal and nature. Wix is really feature rich and makes just designing really easy. Now, again, we can change up top there. So this is a 2-column design. So again, you can change the column design just like we did before. So you can manage the columns, add 3 columns if you want. You can change strip background. If you want to change it to like a different color other than this gray, you can jump in, change the brown to different, you click it, you have to click it and go through each one individually. So for example, if I click up top there, then we have to manage the menu. We come here to design. Then again, you can kind of jump in here and customize the design and change the colors as you want right here. Just adjust things as you like, okay? To kind of customize things a little bit more. Now, with a store, you're stuck with this, okay? Not that you're stuck with it, but it's just something that you get with any type of store with Wix. You get the user account right there. Then you get your little shopping cart icon. So again, you can come over here to settings if you really want to change the shopping cart icon from a basket to any other type of item right there. You're kind of that's just the way it works with Wix. I personally like the default. I like that one the most, so I'm going to leave it. Really kind of simple. All right, so anyways, now again, with the shop now button, we can change the text, and you can also adjust where the shop links to, shop now button links to. So right there, it's linking to the broad shop page. So let's come down here. So again, like I said, I like having a welcome message right underneath the site. And so let's continue on. So boom, there we go, right here. So we can click this element, and then we can begin moving this. So I'm going to move this up, okay? I'm going to move this up right there because I would prefer this to be there. And then I'm going to move this one down just a little bit. There we go. Literally that simple. So it's like boom, right there, the nice image, welcome message where you explain what the site is about. And then I love this specific layout. And so again, this is just using a column design. So again, if you want to go here and you want to add in a column, you just click on add column, okay? And this literally adds a new column. We're going to go ahead and delete that, but that's functionally speaking how it works. And so let's back out of this. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Manage columns and delete. There we go. Okay, so the way this is all working is manage columns and change background column. So we go here, change column. This is the image. So you can just go here, update the image as you want. Shop collection. So what this template is laid out is to like link to the individual collection. So I showed you that earlier, how you can add different products. Then you can create a collection. So if you have like cameras, then collection for only the cameras, tripods, a collection for only the tripods. That's sort of like what you can do here if you want. So you can link to your individual, do whatever you want. You can link to your individual like collection pages. You can link to a buying guide. You can create like add a blog post to your Wix store and then, you know, create like some dedicated like buying guide. You can engage in like affiliate marketing with that. Whatever, totally up to you. You got a lot of flexibility, or you can just delete this section if you don't like this. Now underneath here, I kind of want to have like my featured products personally. Like let's get people into the store, because the way that this is laid out is like people have to click here and then they go to the product page. Like let's make it a little bit easier. So let's introduce some products. So let me click on this, and I personally don't like this buy online now. This is okay, but this is like a massive image. Let's go ahead and I'm going to delete this. I really don't like that. Okay, now we got some nice space right here. What's be perfect is to go to plus, and let's go to our store, product grid. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so now we have our product grid added successfully. Let's move it down just a little bit, and I think that looks really nice. Again, we need to adjust it. By default, it shows way too many items. I personally only want to have like one row, so we'll just reduce this down to 5. We'll reduce this down to 1. There we go. All right, columns 4, and that looks good. So yeah, we'll leave that as is. There we go. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this section down a little bit. We need a little bit more breathing room. Okay, so the item right here, let's move this down. Again, I recommend whenever you add a section like this, give it a little bit of a title. So go here, and then we go to text. Then it's, again, totally up to you. You want to add a fancy looking title like that, then you want to kind of make sure that your titles kind of match. So like match everything that you use up here, etc. Match the font that you use over here. You should use 2 fonts, guys, okay? One font's for your header, and then one font's for your body. And so that's what I've personally have done. That's just a basic web design principle, because I see a lot of beginners mixing up. Like you use one font, like this is one font and this is a different font. And so all the titles are this font and this is a different font. That's what you want to do. So yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but that's what you have to kind of just go through and do. Make sure everything kind of makes sense. Okay, so anyways, let's go to title. Let me move up. I'll just add a H2 title tag. We'll just get started. All right, there we go. And I'll call this best sellers. We'll just say something like that. Extend this out. There we go. Okay, so that looks good right there. We'll keep that there. We'll click on this item right there. Move this up. And yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we got that there, that there, that there, that looking good there. All right, so a contact page, a contact form. I'm not a big fan of this. I personally like having a dedicated contact page. I don't like having a contact form on the homepage. It's like I want people to click into the site and get stuck into different products, not be sending me a message. But I love this image right here. So again, you can click on this, change background image to something that you like, related to your site. I personally really like this image, but so you could change it and adjust it to whatever you want. Again, that's why I recommend templates. But what should go there? Honestly, we should have the subscribe button there. Like we shouldn't, like this is an okay spot at the bottom right there, but it feels like a kind of a throwaway item right there. So we're just going to use this Wix subscribe box. I showed you earlier how to add in ConvertKit. So the process is the same regardless of your email list provider. You just need to get some HTML and that's it. So we'll put that, we'll just move this right there. All right. Okay. So far I can't read the text right there. So we'll change the color, make it black. There we go. So again, you're gonna want to write some compelling call to action right here. You're gonna want to like adjust this. So we go here to design. Again, you can just adjust it so it's a little bit more readable right there. Enter your email here. Give a call to action like subscribe, and for this and get this specific cheat sheet, or just give people a compelling reason to subscribe. Now, again, this is way too much space. So let's like move it up. Move it up. Like we don't need that much space. This could be a lot smaller. We can move this down maybe a little bit here. All right. Yeah. Okay. So we'll move this up just a little bit more. And yeah, that looks great. A nice dedicated section. So again, like Wix is pretty easy to use. Some things could be a little bit clunky like this, kind of like moving things around. Overall, that looks really nice. So again, you got to click the footer, drag the footer up. It's pretty intuitive in my opinion. All right, we got this map at the bottom. We are going to delete that. And now we have this massive green space. We don't need that. Move that up. All right, we got this chat box over here too. I don't really want that. Okay, and now we have this bottom text right there. All right, so now again, just move everything up. Boom, easy. All right, we got the social media buttons. I like that. I think that's an appropriate spot for an e-commerce website. Move this up. Again, it's simple. Just move everything up. There we go. And there we go. Okay. And there we go. So we just kind of effectively adjusted the homepage, and that looks really nice. Boom, hero image, welcome message, categories, blog posts, buying guides, introduce maybe your products a little bit in here. Email opt-in form, footer. How fast was that? That's why I recommend using a template, because they just looks fantastic. Again, you gotta customize everything. Like here, the shipping and returns, you gotta jump into your shipping and returns page, privacy, FAQ, adjust it yourself, etc. Okay, and one last thing is that you definitely want to jump into your individual pages on your website to make sure everything looks okay, because you adjusted the homepage, so sometimes things move around a little bit. So you definitely want to take a look at your product page and shop page. So let's take a look at the product page for individual products. And so I definitely recommend adjusting this as you need to. So for example, like we have this add to cart button and we have the buy now button. I don't like that. Like just have one button. I like add to cart, then have the checkout, boom, pops up, and then people will go to the checkout page instead of this buy now button. Because we're all accustomed to like adding something to our cart. And also we can change the text color as well. And I want to change this color of the button as well. Like I don't want it to be matched to site. You want buttons to contrast with your website. So it's very easy. Again, you just go to settings and you can adjust all of this at the click of a button. So right here, you can change multiple layouts. So right now it's on the classic layout. If we want to change it to like stunning, for example, we'll change it to stunning. Let's see what that looks like. All right. And so again, like just pay attention. Like, okay, that looks good, but then this stuff is like all the way over there. I really like classic. Classic is classic for a reason, because it works, it looks good. So anyways, let's come down here. All right. So now we have the image ratio auto, and everything looks okay. So let me move this up right here. Okay, so let's go to settings. Now we have a couple different things. Buy now button, I kind of want to turn that off, and that should go away. Okay, now we have the add to cart button right there. Let's go to design. Let's go to buttons. Let me change that something to a little bit more colorful. That kind of pops and stands out a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, that's better. Or even something like that, that's okay. Like or I'll change it to this nice green, like nice green color, whatever. Just color theory. You want colors that contrast with one another. Okay? And literally that simple. Okay, so you can kind of just jump in here and play around with things that you want, adjust the text, colors, etc. And we have related products down there, which looks great. And just make sure everything fits. So as you like move things around, sometimes you'll take a look at this specific product page, and you may notice that like things are covering one another. So like, for example, you may have to adjust things. Like if it's covered like that, you may have to move this up, and you may have to like move the footer down, whatever, just adjust it so it looks good. Okay, so let's go to the individual shop page. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before, adding like a big hero image. Totally up to you. You could either keep this or delete this. Just make sure that this is an H1 title tag. You don't really need a little paragraph right there. H1 title tag, kind of just tell like whatever page people are on, which is the shop page. And you could do that for your individual collections too, if you want. And this looks fine, like literally looks fine. Again, like, oh, see at the bottom right there. So it's like, okay, we need to kind of stretch this and move this down, kind of fix it, make sure everything looks okay. That's why you want to jump in and just make sure everything's working as appropriate. Come on. Let's go. Move this down. There we go. Okay. So again, you're gonna have to like adjust things as appropriate to make sure everything kind of fits. And then you want to go over here to your individual pages, like your privacy, shipping and returns, FAQ, and just change it so it's your specific brand. You definitely need these pages. So, and these pages are all linked in the appropriate spot. So if we jump back to the home page, and then I come down here, everything's already linked, like shipping, privacy, FAQ, all the essential stuff that you need to know is already there. So let me just fix that as well. And that's really it, okay? So you just gotta fine tune the website, just adjust things on each individual page so nothing's clipping, adjust the copy on these specific legal pages. And that's really it. That's really all you have to do for this specific template. And the very last thing before we publish our website and upgrade our account is to go here and click on switch to mobile. So with your website, you just want to make sure everything looks okay on a mobile device. Now to adjust things is very easy. You can just click and adjust and move things around. So for example, like the shop now button's sitting at the very bottom. If you don't like it, just move it. It's literally that simple. And so you're strictly adjusting for mobile. This is not going to affect the design on desktop. And just go through every single page. Literally just go through every page individually. This is just work you got to do, and make sure everything looks good and it's in the right spot and you're happy with the overall layout and design. And again, it's just like editing on the desktop, just with mobile, okay? And just make sure everything's proportional and in place. Now it's time to publish our website and upgrade our account. So you have to upgrade your account so you can actually collect payments, sell products, etc. With the free version of WIX Ecommerce, you can just try it out, get a feel for the design, whether or not you like Wix or not. But to really unlock all the features, you have to upgrade. So first things first, go ahead and just publish your website. Your white box will pop up saying that this is your URL. So it's going to be a subdomain of Wix sites, which is really not bad, but like obviously we want to get rid of this banner up top there. We want our own custom URL, etc. So anyways, let's click on it, done. Let's go to upgrade and let's go ahead and compare plans. All right, so here we're under the website plans. We need to navigate to the business and e-commerce plans over here. Yes, they're more expensive. But over here we have like secure online payments, plans and pricing, customer accounts. You need all that, okay? Because like with the website plans, you can't get that. Website plans are good for if you want to start a blog, for example, and do affiliate marketing, display ads. This is for like if you need customer accounts, recurring payments, like actually like sell digital ebooks or physical products. Now, what's the difference? You have business plan and business basic. Honestly, there's not too much. Well, there is a bit of a difference, but for a complete beginner, business basic is pretty good. You get unlimited bandwidth, which means like you get unlimited traffic to your website, 20 gigabytes of storage space, which is good. 5 hours of video, that's all right. So you can embed obviously YouTube videos on your website with no issue. This is like if you want to upload your own videos to your website. So like if you want to create an ebook and have a sales page and have your own video privately hosted on Wix, you get up to 5 hours worth of video. Now we come down here, just do your own research and compare e-commerce plans. So unlimited products, abandoned cart recovery, good. The basic, you can't get subscription. Basic, you have multiple currencies. So that's kind of a deal breaker a little bit too. Like what if you have, if you're selling like an ebook, then you have traffic from all around the world. But if you know that you're going to be only selling to like a US audience or a UK audience or whatever, that sort of thing. automated sales tax, 100 transactions a month. I mean, that's okay, but you don't get that under the basic plan. So in general, what I would recommend is personally start with the basic, and then you can upgrade that to the business unlimited as your store grows. Again, totally up to you, but I'm going to go ahead with the business unlimited. So let's go ahead and select. Okay, so now you have to select a billing cycle. You get 14-day money back guarantee on all premium plans. And so you have your different options right there. You can pay upfront for 2 years in advance. You get a bigger discount, 1 year, or monthly if you're really not sure. But if you go monthly, you don't get a free domain name. Now, again, free is not free. It's free for the first year, and then it renews. And so let's come over here to yearly. In general, I would suggest yearly for most people. So let's go ahead and continue to checkout. Okay, so now all you have to do is complete your purchase, and that's literally it. So it's that simple. So just fill out your credit card as appropriate and then click on submit purchase. Okay, so now it says congratulations, your site is premium, and you have two options right here. You can get a domain name for free by putting it in the search box. Again, free for the first year, then you have to pay a fairly high renewal fee to Wix. Or you can connect a domain name that you already own, that you registered, say like at Namecheap or Dynata or Google Domain Names. Now I have another video on how to do that with Wix. It is a little bit clunky, to be honest with you. So it's the easiest way is just to get the domain name directly from Wix. You can get it from another registrar and connect it, but again, it's just a little bit clunky. That's why I created a dedicated tutorial on how to specifically do it, because you want to get an SSL certificate. Anyways, I'm going to go through the process and get my free domain name. Okay, so this URL is available, and let me go ahead and click on get it. All right, so registration period, 1 year. The first year is on us with 1 year free domain name voucher. So again, get it free for the first year, and then it renews at a different rate. So let's go ahead and click on continue. Okay, so now you have to set privacy protection, and I definitely recommend doing this. So unfortunately, you don't get it for free with Wix. Like Namecheap, you get it for free, but I want to show you the process of what it's like getting a domain name through Wix. You don't want it to be public because, again, it really does protect against identity theft, junk mail, hijackers, all that stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and click on continue and then submit purchase. All right, fantastic. So now we have a custom domain name and it's assigned to our website. You can also get a personalized mailbox if you want. So mailbox is like your website at hello at your website, that sort of thing. So totally up to you whether or not you want to use, say, Wix, or you want to go ahead and get like dedicated hosting from like Namecheap, like email hosting, or you just want to use like hello@gmail.com. Totally up to you. So that's it. So let's go ahead and click on go to domains. Okay, so now all you have to do is make sure to check your email and then confirm the email address, and your domain name's SSL certificate is currently being generated, so it'll take a little bit of time and you are good to go. All right, so just briefly make sure to check your inbox. You're going to get an email that says, hey, congratulations, you bought the domain name successfully, and then, hey, congratulations, enjoy your premium plan that you bought. And then over here to confirm your information, just go ahead and click on the orange confirm button. You'll be taken to a page. I already confirmed the email address, so I can't do it again, but it's literally that simple, and that's all you got to do. And because you have to verify that this is just an ICANN regulation, you have to verify. If you don't verify, then it's not going to, your domain name's not going to be connected to your store, etc., and it's going to expire. So just go ahead and do this right now. Oh, right. So once you've upgraded your account and you've bought your domain name, within a few minutes, everything should be working as appropriate, which is the advantage of buying through Wix, because they just take care of everything. So we come over here, we have our custom domain name, we have an SSL certificate, we are ready to accept payments. So again, just set up your site. So you have to go ahead and add a product. And again, I'm not going to rehash this. It's the same process that we covered before earlier in the tutorial. Add a product, product images, etc. Now you can finally actually accept payments. That's the difference. So let's go to dashboard. Now you can set up payment methods. So click on get paid. All right, so now over here, we can set up the way you want to accept payment. So I definitely suggest you click where your business is located. So I'm an American. I just happen to be an expat, so I'm going to click on United States. then this is going to open up a whole host of other options. But again, just where's your business located? Like, where are you located? So I'm an American, so I'm going to select that. And again, very simple, just go through the process to connect me and go through this whole process above. Just make sure you go through and confirm everything's okay, that you're not selling any of these specific products. I confirm that I'm not selling any of the above. And then that's it. And so it's going to load the best payment methods for the United States. And that's it. Literally, we've added these payments to your site. WIX debit cards and credit cards and PayPal. Very, very simple. Okay, so let's go back to dashboard, and then you can set up shipping regions down here. Now, one last little thing, we can go to store products and we can find products to sell. And so now we can start selling Modelist, and we can also sell Printful. So we can add t-shirts to our website, and we can also sell physical products. And again, super duper simple. You just click on the button, and then it's an app that you add to your WIX store. Then you can claim the app. Then right here, you can just start adding in specific products to your website, and it's drop shipping. There you go. So you can add in, so you can, with a WIX e-commerce store, you can have your blog, you can have physical products, you can sell t-shirts, all that with just your account. SEO for your website. So the very, very last thing we need to do is just make sure to adjust the on-page SEO for your website as appropriate. So with WIX, you have two options. You have your marketing SEO tab over there. Then you can click on this Get Found on Google. And then it kind of has an on-screen process that you can follow. So it'll just walk you through what you want to have this be set up for. And so, you could do it this way if you want. Or what I personally like to do is just go to the actual editor. And then what I like to do is click on this item right here, menus and pages. Then I like to go here to the little buttons and then go to SEO Google. That's it. And then right here, we can go through and get the advanced SEO tab. Here you can add in structured data. You can add in your meta tags. You can go here to SEO Google, where you can adjust the URL structure of the specific page. You can adjust the page name. So I have a name of website keyword. Why? Because it's the homepage. So the homepage should be name of your website, page separator, and then the keyword. Now your individual pages, and if you add a blog, should be the opposite. So let's go here and let's go to the shop page. Let's just take a quick look at that. Okay, so this is our shop page, menus and pages, and let me go here. Let's go to SEO. And so it says shop my site 15 and then shop. That's okay. The URL being shop, totally fine. Right here, no, I don't want this to be shop my site 15. So again, it should be like the camera store, budget camera store, whatever your site's about, page separator, and then name of website, literally. And then go through the page description right there. This is important. You do want to add in a description. You're like, well, what's that? Okay, let's Google Website Creator Pro. Okay, so Website Creator Pro right there. Boom. This is the description. Okay, that's the description. That's what this is right here. It's not super important, but you want to take a second and write something that's keyword specific, that has your keywords, related keywords, that describes what the page is. Then make sure to jump over here and go to advanced SEO. And so if you want to have structured data, a little bit more advanced stuff, for most people, I don't think you're going to really need to worry about that. And then social shared settings. So again, if someone shares this on Facebook or something like that, you can adjust the image that pops up and that's associated with this. So it's really helpful. You have a lot of little advantages, and that's kind of why I like doing it this way. You just have more control over your website instead of having this kind of restrictive, hand-holding aspect. It's not that complicated. You just need to know what you're doing. And so just go through your website, just update the on-page SEO, make sure everything looks good as appropriate. That your site title, pages, URL structures are not weird or anything, and just clean up your website as you need to.
Alright everyone, that's it for this tutorial video on how to create an e-commerce website with WIX. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing and hit that like button. And also make sure to check out my other tutorial video on how to create a niche website using WIX, because that covers a little bit more detail about how you actually blog using the WIX website builder. Anyways, my name is David from websitecreatorpro.com. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.